How to help your friend who's in a toxic or abusive relationship. It is so tempting to be like, girl, just leave him and then mind your own business. And looking back, if my friends were in a situation, I didn't want to insert myself. I didn't want to say something negative about this person and then have it be weird. And I used to just tell myself, oh, that is none of my business, only to later realize that those friends needed me to be there. And of course, you always want to take care of yourself and not let yourself drown while trying to save someone else, but if you can be a little persistent and you have it in you to check in on this person a little extra and maybe offer a helping hand, it can be really helpful. And I've spoken to a few people who have literally been in the situation and they told me what would have been helpful, and they said not to give up on them. Even when they kind of are short with you and push you away and you complain about the guy and get back with him, I know it's frustrating, but if you can just keep reaching out to let them know you're there, checking in, it can really be helpful. And also very important is to remind them who they are, because in this situation, their self-esteem just gets so chipped away. So just remind them that they're beautiful, remind them of who they are, remember what their hobbies are and what they like, because they're literally losing themselves. And they start to believe that they are crazy, and they start to believe it's all their fault, and then the friends get frustrated from having to hear the stories over and over, and then they disappear, and this just leaves the person more isolated. And yes, I know that the person in the situation also has to take responsibility. But if you have a friend and the situation is so painful to watch them just get sucked down this black hole, and you might feel like they are kind of pulling away from you and isolating, and you're like, well, if they don't want to talk to me, like, whatever. But if you can just gently prod and check in on them and let them know that you care about them and that you would like to see better for them, those words of affirmation can help a little bit. Ultimately, it's going to be up to the person themselves to make the call, to take the action to leave, and some never do. There's, nothing we can do. We can't pull them out of it, and we can't lift them out of the ocean and let them stand on our heads while we drown, while they're above air, But we can call their name from the shore and hope that they start swimming back to shore. I don't know where those metaphors came from, but catch my drift. Yeah, do what you can with what you can, and just don't give up on your friend. Just let them know that it's never too late. I'm wanting to start a community here where all of us girls can just talk about stuff like this, and the ones who've been through it can give their input, and then the ones who are sort of going through it or have questions can come and ask, hey, like, is this situation normal? What would you do in this situation? And we can all have this community and sisterhood so that nobody feels isolated and gets stung in that toxic and manipulative situation. So if any of this resonates, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you next time.